Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode of Friday Night Pioneer, I'm going to play the Lotus Field deck again. But this time, I'm going to play Azorius Lotus. This is actually my favorite version of the Lotus deck because it's not too combo-centric, but actually is just, balls to the wall control crazy. Because we got Lotus Field and we got Thespian Stage copying Lotus Field so that we can start casting Discontinuities and time-stopping our opponent. And that's real fun. But there's actually an extra trick to this deck, and that is our Lotus Field is not going to make us sacrifice any lands. How are we going to do that? Well, Discontinuity, by default, already does that. It says during our turn, it costs 4 mana less, so it'll be a 2 mana spell that just ends our turn. Guess what? We can end our turn very easily so that we stop the Lotus Field trigger on the stack and we don't have to sacrifice lands. It does cost us a spell, but imagine if this was a spell that says search your 2 mana to search your library for a Lotus Field and put it into play tapped and ignore its sacrificial effects. That would be a card that you would play in your deck, right? So that is why Discontinuity is in the deck. Now, along with that, we also have Force Strict Proctor, which just says whenever a permanent enters the battlefield will cause a trigger ability to trigger, counter that unless its controller pays 2. It doesn't strictly counter it, but it does counter. It's given an award to the ability, sort of, right? And we're not going to pay for it. We're just going to let the Lotus Field trigger get countered, so it doesn't get sacrificed. So that is how we're going to actually ramp ourselves out very quickly, so that we want to Strict Proctor into a Lotus Field on turn 3, and turn 4 we would have 6 mana. Yeah, so if you're aggro, turn 4 farewell. Good luck with that. So that's kind of the idea of this deck. But there's a few things you got to be careful about. When you play Strict Proctor, it can easily get removed. Right, so when you play a 2 mana 1/3, you definitely don't want it to die before it gets its ability. So sometimes it's about playing Strict Proctor on turn 3. Turn 2, maybe you'll hold up a counterspell like Jawari Disruption, or hold up a removal like March. And in turn 3, we play our Strict Proctor, we slam the Lotus Field, that gets countered, or it's a, the trigger ability gets countered, and we just pass turn. So turn 3 is kind of a dead turn, but we put a 1/3 blocker on board, and it also stacks our opponent's ETB triggers. Magic has gotten so insane right now that every creature has a insane ETB trigger. Every playable creature. So this is why Strict Proctor is also very good defensively against those kind of tricks. It doesn't stop them outright, but it stops them for playing too quickly. And if we have time to interact, this deck's interaction goes insane. So that's the whole idea. Now, let's talk about the whole deck list. Turn 1, we got 2 Expedition maps, but most likely we're going to play one of the tap lands. We got a lot of tap lands to get out of the way. Turn 2, we got 2 Soul Partition, 4 Impulse, and 1 Jawari Disruption for removal, card draw, or counterspell. We can also play March. March, you can start playing on turn 1, but generally speaking, right, we want to roll our March a little bit slower to catch a bigger thing. So that's why we have March in the deck. And then turn 3, that's where the Strict Proctor comes out. That's where you got to be careful. Turn 3 is where we play the Strict Proctor into the Lotus Field. Now, of course, you don't get that lucky every time. So if we don't get Strict Proctor and we just get 3 lands on turn 3, 3 normal lands, we can stock up. We got one of the 2 stock ups that can help us draw our Strict Proctor and Lotus Field, or Thespian Stage and Lotus Field, and then we can copy that. Sometimes it's okay to sacrifice 2 lands because we can Thespian Stage Lotus Field anyways and get that 6 mana. So that's our turn 3 play. Turn 4, we have 2 Wandering Emperor and 4 Memory Deluge. With the amount of mana we can get in this deck, Memory Deluge might as well just say draw 4 cards. Or look at your deck and put 4 cards into your hand. That's how insane this card is. So of course we love it. It's in the deck. And then turn 5, we have 2 Invasion of Arcavios and 3 Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Teferi also has a crazy ability. It says draw a card, +1 draw a card, and at the beginning of your next end step, untap 2 lands. Up to 2 lands. Guess what we're going to untap? Our Lotus Fields or our Thespian Stage copying the Lotus Field. So yeah, Teferi is going to, make our, or Lotus Field is going to make the Teferi untap 6 mana swing. That's insane. That's what makes this deck really curve out well. Then turn 6 or 6 mana, we got 2 farewells to wipe the whole board, to reset everything while we have all of our mana, or Discontinuity so that our opponent cries, because Discontinuity stops their turn and stops everything from happening. Can't be countered, it's stopped. You got some sort of activation or trigger abilities, it's stopped. Discontinuity is very good at doing that, but it's also very good at turn 2 in stopping a Lotus Field from killing our lands. So this deck, it's got everything going on in terms of control, and that's what I love about it. All right, and then what else do we have? Let's talk about the lands. So basic land-wise, we have, well, not basic lands, but basic land type-wise, we have 3 Meticulous Archive, 4 Hallowed Fountains so that we can turn on one of the 3 Verges. We also have 1 Deserted Field, just to slot it in there. I don't want to have 4 Verges, so we have 1 Deserted, sorry, not Deserted Field, Deserted Beach, sort of blue-white land. You can also, cut the Deserted Beach for another Meticulous Archive. I think that would be just fine. And with all these basic lands, we can also, basic land types, we can also activate the castles. 1 Castle Ardenvale, 1 Castle Vantress. I don't want too many, but some is good. We have 1 plane, 1 island in case we get basic check. I have 1 Eiganjo and 1... come on. It's very hard to look at all the lands, right? 1 Eiganjo and 1 Otawara for all of the channel land abilities. Just 1 off because this deck is a little bit slower. And then we have 1 Mistrise Village because the opponent's playing some sort of counter, counter spell creature deck. I don't know, soldiers or spirits or whatever. We can make our farewell uncounterable, and that's delicious, right? Uncounterable farewell, just get rid of everything, and we reset the board. So then we have the actual land package run in the deck, 4 Lotus Field and 3 Thespian Stage, to a grand total of 25 lands. And then, let's talk about the sideboards, because we have 2 Invasion of Arcavios. Generally speaking, the Invasion is going to look out, or dig out, Witness the Future, and Devious Cover-Up to recycle our whole deck. Now, that's the long-term plan, but we can also get Finale of Revelation, which will shuffle up every card in our graveyard, and we draw 5 or more cards, depending on how much we pay for X. And with the Fairy, along with Lotus Fields, we can easily dump like 10 mana into this, or 12 mana into this. All right, we also have 2 Tests of Talents. If our opponent's playing some sort of a very dry, sort of 1 instant or sorcery to win the game kind of deck, like Invoke Despair used to do, we got Test of Talents for that. We can dig out a little bit quicker. And then we have 2 Thought Distortions in case our opponent's trying to play a Mirror or they're playing some sort of a blue-white control deck. We dig out a Thought Distortion. We don't have black. That's fine. Lotus will give us black mana. And Thought Distortion can't be countered, so they're just going to lose everything they have in their hand. That is delicious. That's the whole idea of this deck. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Tabs. He's going to keep tabs on this deck. I mean... sure. I guess we'll keep. We got 2 Strict Proctor and a Stock Up. Maybe. Alright, they got the land. Where else? Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna need that Discontinuity. Yada. Alright, we'll play a Verge. We'll play a Proctor. Stop their ETBs. Something. Stopping this deck's ETB is very important. Because they will get out of control quick. They can play a 2 cast and still have the ETB trigger. They play a 3. Actually, no. They can play a 3 cast and still have the ETB trigger. That's scary. Can I even do anything? Second Strip Proctor, maybe? Yeah. Oh, tap wrong. I guess it didn't matter there. Okay, drop the Lotus Field. I will decline. Yeah, no life gain for him. Doing a Righteous Vow. This deck doesn't have counter spells. They have a instant speed interaction, which I mean, Farewell does get him pretty well. I think Wandering Emperor as well. I can't really tank the Righteous Vow for too long. But if he just pass turn, splendid. He doesn't gain a life. Mana. What do I even have on the sideboard here that matters? Not the Thought Distortion for sure. Finale, maybe. Not right now, I think. Right, I'm gonna have 6 mana up. I will just use all 6 mana. Let's see what he wants to do. Because the Wandering Emperor could do something. Alright, a lot of them are coming in. No blocks? No blocks. Empty it up.
Finally.
I think we're exiled splendid.
You are not much of a roadblock.
It's coming to play tap, right? I'm gonna decline. Decline again. Alright, my Emperor's probably gonna die here. But how much do I care about the Emperor dying? I guess if I put a +1/+1 counter on this, my Emperor doesn't
Strike
die.
fast and strike hard.
And I can hold up a Discontinuity. I'll wait till he plays all his Coco. Another Resplendent. He has to pay a lot for this trigger. I don't think he has enough. If you're gonna attack, I can block. No attacks. Okay, go to my turn here. Now I have a lot held up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means I could do a stock up and still have mana, but I still think I plus.
I have got
now I can do a stock
to
up.
teach you.
I would like another Discontinuity. Do I want another Farewell though? No, I think I just get a land. Yeah, let's just get a land. Let's wait till he unloads a bunch of stuff before I get him. Wait till the tap. Just the one attack, huh? Oh, look, end your turn. Let's see if he doesn't have enough for Aven Interrupter. Aha! Controlled. Them Lotus Fields did their job. Alright, our opponent is Octung Shaf. We gotta go first. And there's a bunch of bad lands here, but you know, I don't think I can mulligan this hand. I have plays. Guess we can Desmond stage into an Impulse. Remove Cascade. Yeah, if he counters my Impulse, he counters my Impulse, you know. Does take him off this turn. Simic. Simic is wild. Ooh, a Lotus Field. I guess I take the Lotus Field, right? That's the whole point of the deck. You put out the castle? I guess we'll hold up priority. Growth Spiral. Alright, he also ramps, but I ramp faster. Now I have 5 mana next turn. Potentially do the tap. If he taps out. If he doesn't tap out, I don't think I'm going to do it. What's this Simic deck going to do, huh? Topiary Stomper. Alright, that's real good for me. He's basically tapping out.
Trust me. You'll thank me. Hurry!
Storm the Festival. Alright. I guess. I wonder what deck this is. Oh, it's a doubling season deck. Makes sense. I'll take it.
That was uncalled.
Fairy's still alive. We will deal. Ooh. We get another Lotus Field? I mean, I can't really use the Lotus Field right now, so I think maybe it's just Floodfarm Verge. I don't need any more card draws. Deck's got plenty of card draws. I guess I would exile Graveyard too. Artifact, creatures, enchantments, graveyard. Let's go. Let's go. All of them. Get out.
Hold that thought.
I don't think my counterspell would do much. Yeah, I don't think my counterspell would do much. We'll let him storm. He's gonna run out of stuff eventually, right? Whoa!
Don't make me turn
Okay.
my mind against you.
He's not gonna run out of stuff eventually.
If you won't control your actions,
What does it do?
I will.
Separate those cards into two piles, put one of them into your hand. Alright, so there you go. He wants that doubling season. This is 5. I don't think I can tuck it away. So I gotta pay 5 just to exile it. Yeah, definitely do the plus.
You know what? I'm not done.
-2, huh? Okay. Maybe I get the thought distortion. No, but I really gotta get rid of this. So 1, 2, 3. Well, okay, what happened? I tried to pay mana, and the whole game crashed. Hello? What? There we go. 4, 5, 6. I don't think I need to strict profit. I'll play my invasion. Sideboard, please. Let's get a counter spell. Now, I do want to have another counter spell up, so we'll see. That's a long rope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So next turn I could impulse, huh? Yeah, I gotta let him impulse. Because I can't Juari Disruption this without tapping the Lotus Field. I definitely don't want to tap the Lotus Field, so... Do your thing, opponent. He's gonna kill his own Jace.
What do you think
You can have this Jace. Ah, he doesn't want it. Alright, this is still anyone's game, to be fair. Like, I don't know what is in his hand. It might be something good. The fairy's got a tuck, but... Like, I don't think I can tuck his Topiary Stomper. It's just not very good. Definitely want to counter the doubling season. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to play. There's a Stomper. Can Teferi even stop the Stomper? No, right? I take 4 from it. You know what? I think it's fine. Well, first let's do the draw. Because we're not tucking, let's do the draw. Expedition map. Sideboard. Ah, let's just throw some top. Ah, looks like it was your own hand. Whoa. Okay, that was his whole hand. He's gonna attack the fairy. Fairy's gonna have to eat one for the team. I don't have 2 blue spells I could play, right? I also don't have 2 white spells I can play, to be honest, but maybe I get a Soul Partition. I don't get it. I do have 2 blue spells. Farewell. Just to get rid of his creature. It's better than Trick Proctor, I guess. You got my Teferi. He's hurt. He's down. Down for the count. Stock up. You got him.
Now what?
You got him good. Ha! 1 card later. Oh, you know what? It's fine. Actually, it was a lot more cards later. Right? I can also Castle Ardenvale. Let's do a little stock up. Deluge. I think I can use that value. Play Island. And I will play the Expedition map. I think it's fine. I can play it. I could afford to play it. Yeah, I can untap 2 lands last turn, but untapping the Ardenvale is not going to help. I'll take this 4. It's not too much damage. It's gonna have to play something, right? Good, that's a fairy. Discontinuity is a counterspell. Probably better than the Wandering Emperor in that case. What did he have? He had counterspells? No, he didn't have counterspells. He had impulse and card draws. Okay. So he's got a bunch of those. Ah, GG. See the second Teferi, and he does not want to play no more. Alright, our opponent is Q-Todd DJ7. I'm sure. Is that how you spell your name? Or Q-Todd? Hallowed Fountain, Lotus Field. Sure. I mean, if they're aggro, we're gonna get hit. It's technically Eiganjo, but I won't be able to Eiganjo anytime soon. If only there's a land that adds 2 mana. Oh, that's kind of broken though. Blue-white, Spyglass Siren. They are aggro, we are screwed. Second Spyglass Siren. Alright, it's Diaz's deck. Do we put out a Proctor? It might just get shocked off, right? Can I afford not to play out the Proctor though? I guess. Yes, I have to. Is he not gonna play anything? Enters or leaves the battlefield, exile a top card. Jeez, alright. Try to Proctor now, but obviously outside of my control. Is he holding a Spell Pierce? To end the turn, you may play that, huh? I mean, this is a removal. I don't really want to do that, so let's impulse. Fairy is a good card. Doesn't really help us dig damage deeper, but it's a threat. It's a hidden potential threat, I guess. Strict Proctor does lock down a lot of ETB, so there is that. And if he's not too careful, then it's a Corey Steel. He does get a 2, or a, 1-1, 2-2, but he doesn't get that. So we do have that going for us. He does have a Spell Pierce as well. Do we just let our Strict Proctor die? I mean, he can Spell Pierce our spell, so I don't think we're getting anywhere. What do I do? Teferi? Teferi's not going to tank much. So I can buy an extra turn. But I don't buy extra mana with that extra turn, right? Teferi taps 2 lands. Don't have to do it.
The fight. No time for a break.
Oh, second Teferi is pretty useful. If I untap 2 lands, 1, 2, 3, 4, I could get 5 mana. 5 mana is not much. Let's Soul Partition to Corey still before he draws the... If he has a spell pierce, I can still pay for it. Alright, let's get ourselves another Lotus. Do we get a Lotus? Let's just get a Lotus Field. I was thinking about playing the Deathspin stage, but I don't think I have the time for that. He does have a Spell Pierce, but he pays 4 mana for the Quarry Steel Cutter. attacks the fairy for 3. You can tank that. Another Teferi is funny.
As soon as I think of one.
I decline. Not auto-paying that. Alright, let's Memory Deluge. Resoul Partition or another Lotus Field or Desert Stage? Jeez. These are all good cards. You know what? It's too much value. I need some interactions. Steel Cutter. Let's see if they have to. Okay. Do they have to? Do they have Nurse Valkyries? They do have Nurse Valkyries. Alright, so they're gonna try to go after this fairy, probably. That's not enough. Okay. Attacks face. You got it, fairy.
I'll have a better
Good
plan
job.
next time.
I will have a better plan next time. I could just Teferi and Memory Deluge, right? I could do that. Actually, no, I cannot.
Let's slow this down. No time for a break.
That was a land. Take 1. I will enter. Untap 2 Lotus Fields. No, no draws for you. My turn again. What do you know? Let me draw a card.
Hurry.
Oh, come on. You could have done better than that. Blue, 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 blue. I guess I could not have done better than that. Double Impulse is Sad-Face McGee, I think. Do we castle? Nah, I mean, Double Impulse is pretty good. Do I need the Archives? I probably don't need this Hallowed Fountain, to be fair. I mean, I have my Sayonara somewhere. Cool. Make it big. Making it real big. Alright, let's do the Impulse first, see what I can draw. I mean, there was a Discontinuity, but this is way better. And now I think... Wait. I can just block this. It's only 4 damage coming in, and this is 2 damage. That's not too hard. I'll take that.
Enough.
Impulse again. Memory Deluge. Memory Deluge again. Invasion. March. I will go to my turn. don't think I need the Memory Deluge in my graveyard. Let's just get rid of everything. You can play this town ain't big enough until the end of turn. I like that invasion. And I will play this invasion on... Oh, no, GG. You had enough? You had enough. Alright, our opponent is X Black Lightning Z. Yo, Black Lightning. We go first. I mean... This time we have Impulse. And technically 3 lands. Technically. He's mulliganing. Yo, let's go. Alright! He saw the Lotus Field, little cheater, and just quit. GG. Alright, our opponent is Carlos Smela. I mean, maybe you should stop smelling. We go first. I mean, this is not that good of a hand. Maybe we can turn it into something good. Find out. Okay, not that. I do need a land, but let's face it, that land's not gonna help us. Tremendous. Or Tossies. Probably take the Teferi, right? It is the most impactful card. I don't know if they take the Discontinuity. Maybe they take a Strict Proctor. They do take a Strict Proctor. Probably has more Tossies though. I mean, I don't really mind the Thoughtseize right now because I don't have anything. Rubber Belt Maverick? Okay, I guess that makes sense, taking a Strict Proctor. This is Roots. Thoughtseize again. There goes my farewell. Alright, I mean, we played 3 useless lands, so... Four useless lands. Oh. Grizzly Salvage. It's a lot of Thoughtseizes, I guess. Let's stage it up. Marchi, not very useful here. Takenuma. What if I just ended his whole career? Fifth land might be the difference between life or death. I mean, here it comes, right? Here comes scary stuff. I could stock up. Honestly, like that'll probably kill me, but I have to stock up here. Disruption's not gonna help. So we take a Hallowed Fountain. And then we take a stock up. Grizzly Salvage. So didn't take sword? No, creature. So Seeka's Chariot or a land. We're taking a lot of damage here. It's not very nice at all. I guess we do it. He knows I have the fairy.
I'm known for my excellent. No time for a break.
Don't have time to tuck, huh? Guess we'll untap the archives. So he didn't attack? Or he clicked too quickly? Whoops. I'm sorry there, buddy. You got way too excited. Alright, let's draw a card.
We need to move quickly.
I get to untap 2 lands, right? So... I'm gonna play this map. And now play the archive. Okay, I do want that. I mean, now I don't want to crack my map. That's annoying. Bitter Triumph on the Teferi. You guys.
Now what?
Annoying as it may be. He's gonna attack. Did I soul partition that? No. Right? I don't even want an impulse. That is the card I want. No. Memory Deluge is pretty good. Second Deluge is less good. So I guess I can crack this. Give myself a Lotus Field. Attack those two. Now I can't Discontinuity, but I could Soul Partition. So temporarily it does something. Give it a Rubber Bell. He did put all his Thoughtseize in the graveyard. So there's that. Go Surveil. Can't stay away. Can't really stay away anything else. It doesn't have it in the graveyard. So I will have 6 mana next turn. Well, way more than 6. But I will have 2 Lotus Field untapped this turn, right? So that's kind of the idea. Let's stock up here. The Fairy is pretty nice. Another Lotus Field? No, I think we take a Jawari. Yeah, we take a Jawari here.
I'm not going to sit. Keep up the pace.
This land comes to play on top. Alright, so... now we have a lot of time. See where's the attack going? Oh, onto the Fairy. That's fine. Fairy lives.
Time for Plan B. As soon as I think of one.
Oh, it's Fairy, you're fine. Strict Proctor. And Impulse. More Impulse. I mean, I could have Deluge again, I guess. That was a mistake. For some reason, I thought it was 3 mana. Huh. There's a Farewell.
You know what? I'm not done.
Why? No, I won't. Let's do the farewell. Everything. Always everything. Half your deck is gone. Alright. That was fun. Then we archive. Yeah, fine. I'm gonna play the Proctor here. And also tap horribly. Thanks, deck. You can probably kill the archive. Do I want a soul partition? That means I'll have to leave up mana every turn. That is good. That's what I do. Ha! Jawari Disruption. Now your spell's counter. And I can Memory Deluge. Discontinuity, another Memory Deluge. That seems nice. He's also at 7. I can just get him.
No time for a break.
Right, I could just get him. I think I always just get him. Opponent, you still want to play this out? No. Your turn ended. Go away now. Blue, blue, blue. Blue, blue, blue. Invasion. Ah, shit. Guess I had to pay. Let's get that vegan cover up.
We need to move quickly.
Yeah? Come on. All attack phase. Alright. Raffine's Foreman. I don't think so.
Hold that thought.
Let's put it on the upkeep, honestly. This is gonna cost me a lot of mana, but I think it's worth it. Invasion. I'll pay. Tap this. Graveyard. Oh, is this? No. Oh, it exiled itself. Whoops. Okay. You know what? That's fine. I knew what was happening. There was a discontinuity still left in my deck. Gain 4 life. I could discontinue that. Oh, I don't get the whatchamacallit. That was surprising. The top deck Greasefang? No? Alright, GG. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all those Lotus Field heavy games, how does this deck feel? Like I said, this is my favorite version of Azorius Lotus because it's not gimmicky. The other version of the deck, I think, is a little bit more gimmicky in that you have to search your deck, you filter through your deck, do a lot of card draws, and try to get out a combo that wins on the turn, wins on 1 or 2 turns. And there's not much interaction going on. It's really just about pressing our mana advantage to the win. Whereas in this deck, on the other hand, it presses its mana advantage to the proper blue-eye control meta. So we don't actually run that many counter spells in this deck, contrary to normal blue-eye control. But we have 1 Devious Cover-Up and 2 Test of Talents on the sideboard. We have 1 Jawari Disruption in the main board. And you might think that's not a lot of counter spell and doesn't answer all kinds of stuff in the current metagame. That's where the Discontinuity comes in. This is for counter spells that doesn't just counter a spell. It says counter target spell and end your... Well, actually, it just says exile target spell and end your opponent's turn for 6 mana. That's real good. All right, so that's kind of the idea of this deck. Now, all the games that we played today, I think... I don't think I've lost a single game, but there are a few things I want to talk about in terms of the sideboard that I want to adjust. I don't think we need 2 Dot Distortions. I don't think there's ever a time where a second Dot Distortion was necessary, nor do we need 2 Test of Talents. I just threw in there because I couldn't think of anything else. So those are things that we can probably cut out and replace with other maybe faster interactions that we can seek out earlier with Invasion of Arcavios. One thing that I did see some other opponent play against me, well, they didn't really actually get to play it, but Discounting Big Enough was a card that I thought about. That's not a bad card to put in this deck with all the mana that we're going to have. So maybe we cut a Test of Talent for Discounting Big Enough. And then we also maybe cut a Thought Distortion for... what is the other card? The Time Stop, right? So when we run out of Discontinuity, we can look at the sideboard for a Time Stop of 5 mana end of turn. I think Time Stop is 5 mana. Let me double check so that I'm not a liar. And Arena Crashes. That's fun. All right, so no, Time Stop is 6 mana, so I am a liar. Anyways, you could look for a Time Stop for the sideboard, right? We have 6 mana for Discontinuity. We'll have 6 mana for Time Stop. I think it's fine. I think Time Warp is 5 mana. Time Warp is not allowed in Pioneer, obviously. Extra turns not allowed unless we end our opponent's turn. They can start their turn, but they can't finish it. We'll finish it for them. That's kind of the idea. This is a very fun deck. Very strong, always a very strong deck to play in Pioneer. No matter what's going on in Pioneer, I always feel like this deck has some answers to it, because a lot of the deck has ETBs where Strict Proctor will stop that, so they stop their combo, code in their track, and then we Lotus Field them, and everything gets countered and stopped, and we just win that way. So that's pretty fun, and that's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.